Buffs Nation, just like Smiley is saying, we are back in this thing. That's right. I got a couple great guests coming on the channel today. And what better way to kick it off with a guest that we had on just a couple times, only last week. Back for his third time now, Rob the Man Media. If you remember, he was the one telling us about all this Warren Sapp stuff before we even saw it, talked about on the Rich Eisen show or talked about in the Coach Prime press conference, all that stuff. So if y'all are not following Rob the Man Media, you need to go do that. I'm going to bring him on in just a bit, but just make sure before we get started, you hit that like. Let me know in the comments who's watching. And as always, big shout out to my guy, Yo Martez. Use that promo code SCO Buffs for 10% off all of his awesome apparel. Not only can you get the Colorado Yo Ralphie tee, I mean, he's got the Pray for Yo Haters shirts. He's got the bee's knee shorts. Anyways, y'all go check out his website. Links in the description. Let's go ahead and bring on Rob the Man. Here he is. Rob, how are you doing? Appreciate your time, man.
Man, what amazing day it's been today, man. Just to see everything just keep going. Just to see the players back healthy, out there on the field, ready to rock this weekend. And hey, listen, we come to put on a show in Eugene. We're coming to put on a show in Eugene. So, man, I'm ready, baby. We are ready. We are here.
Man, I'm so excited. And I mean, how much fun are you having? We've been breaking TV records every single week. I would imagine that this Oregon Colorado game will now be the most viewed game so far this season. I mean, let's just give me a quick preview on that. What are your expectations and hope going into this game on Saturday afternoon?
So listen, you're getting it first, right? Because I haven't even dropped this on my channel yet. So you're getting this first, baby. You're getting it first. So here's my expectations coming out this weekend for Colorado. So my expectation for Colorado, we are going to be able to run the ball this week. All right. Okay. Alton McCaskill is back. Ben Wells is back. Javon Antonio is back.
Okay.
Hey, we're going to really get into some things this week. So, man, just to see them back, being ready to go is going to be something great. I expect us to score over 40 points this week. I expect it to be a shootout. At the end of the day, it's going to be a shootout. I do expect us to win by, between 3 to 7 points this week. But we go on the road, we upset Oregon. That's what we do. So, we coming in and handle business and take care of business. I think you're going to see – I know, right? Got to get the word I think out. Got to get that word I think, because you got to, if you're not believing, hey, you better start believing, baby. I know for a fact that we are going to come in there and we are going to show the world that this ain't a fluke. We're going to come in and show the world that TCU, Nebraska, what you seen last week, hey, we got more. The dogs are here. The Louis is out. All right? I expect that. I expect us to go get pressure on Bo Nix. I expect the defense to have a big-time game. What better way to go than be on ESPN at that 1:30 slot, Century Time. Colorado time, and go out there and just blast them. Just blast them. Give them a waking. Hey, one thing about one thing. Hey, I don't think Bo Nix is having some good sleep this week. You know why? Mr. Shiloh Sanders. You know that hit he put on him last time he seen him. Hey, we coming, baby. We coming for Bo Nix. So expect to see great football this week, man. Just expect to see a great football. When you look at defense versus defense, our defense versus defense, it looks similar. I'm telling you, it looks similar, right, from both sides. When you look at Oregon, when you look at Colorado, defense looks similar. The offense will separate each other. So you're going to really see a lot of things change this week. But, man, what an amazing week that we about to get into, and it's about to be a show. It's about to be a show.
Thrilling. And, man, every time you're on here, Rob, man, you're always getting me hyped, man. Every time you're talking, man, you're always giving me chills, getting me excited for, the next game. And, man, you're right. I bet I bet Bo Nix still might feeling some of that bone bruise from that hit years and years ago from Shiloh. Man, I just I'm expecting a shootout too. I'm expecting, and I know this. I want to take a page out of your book. I know that this team, they bring it, man, when the moment matters the most. And we're going into our biggest game now of the season. And, there is no way that this team backs down from a matchup like this. And I think we got guys that got ice in their veins, and they're going to be ready to play. And I can't freaking wait. But let's go ahead. And I wanted to touch on this before we got too far into the discussion, man. Let's talk a little bit about Warren Sapp, with him looking to join this staff coming up here soon. What impact will this have on recruits? What impact is this having on recruits right now?
I would tell you right now, the conversation has already been started with these recruits to let them know that Warren Sapp will be here. Warren Sapp is finishing up his degree. So, with that being said, I am telling you right now, we are loading up in the class of 25 right now. We are loading up on the offense and the defensive line right now, because Warren Sapp will not be playing for none of the BS. He wants pure dogs. Don't just look at what we're getting in recruits, but the transfer portal. Keep your eyes out on who we start attacking out that portal. Keep your eyes out if it's some Florida players coming that transfer portal to come play for Warren Sapp. I'm telling you this right now. The dogs are coming out of the state of Florida, out of the state of Georgia, out of the state of Texas right now, and they are headed to Boulder. All right? They are headed to Boulder. Getting Warren Sapp is one of the best moves that we could have made to really go take our and elevate our level of recruiting.
Yes.
Who wouldn't want to come play for Warren Sapp?
Absolute beast. Absolute beast.
I'm telling you, the floodgates are that's what's happening right now. It is right now. We are loading up. And I will tell you this, expect Colorado to take more players out of the high school ranks this year than what Coach Prime told you about in the past. Because, winning, but also Warren Sapp. And the two areas that we keep talking about, right? The trenches, right? Trenches and linebacker. Those are the two key areas that we're focused on right now in recruiting. Skill position, that's a given. But the trenches and linebacker are the two positions that we finna start loading up in, and you about to see some major dog. You thought us just getting Juju right now with something? We got something in store, baby. We got something in store. And you just got to stay tuned. You got to stay tuned, man, because I'm telling you right now, the addition with Warren Sapp is going to change the landscape of recruiting defensive linemen. You better fill up these defensive linemen right now, because if you give us any opportunity, any breathing room to talk to a defensive lineman, it's a wrap for you. It's a wrap, because we get them on campus. It's a close deal. We're 73% overall, 73% of closing recruits when we get them to Boulder. 83% out of the 24 class, we get them on a. That's if get them on an official visit. So this is not just anything.
Yes,
it's official visit. I'm talking strictly official visit. The percentage is 73% when we get them on campus for an official visit, they're committed. It's 83% out of the class of 24 on official visits.
Man, that is just insane. That is just insane. And I'll say this too. I mean, Boulder restaurateurs, the kitchen on campus. I mean, if we need to start shipping in Gator here from Florida, wherever the Florida boys are eating, man, let's just make sure they got plenty of it out here, for when they get on campus, man. It's got me pumped. And I mean, how can you say no now to 2 gold jackets? I mean, with the other coaches in FBS football, I mean, what they got a combined 0 gold jackets. Is that what it is on staff? Try and remind me.
I would tell you this: keep your eyes open, right? I don't think people are paying attention to this. There are a lot of restaurants that have not been to Denver that are migrating to Denver right now that will be opening up in the next 6 months. Do you think Deion Sanders had to play a part in that? I'm just saying.
We'll just have to watch. But I'll
I'm
tell you what.
just saying. There are a lot of restaurants that are on the East Coast or down south or on the West Coast that are migrating right now to Colorado. What better way to open up a restaurant knowing that you are going to be able to have a restaurant in Boulder or in Denver or close to Boulder that recruits know that they can come to? Open your eyes. It's a perfect happening.
Just changing the game when it comes to recruiting. And I mean, let's rewind a little bit to this past weekend. Let's talk a little bit about, in your mind, how these visits went. In your mind, I mean, we had Bryce Underwood here. We had the wide receiver. I'm forgetting his name. That's committed to Oregon that you were telling us again. About that whole kind of drama leading up to him coming out to visit in September or on Saturday. What were your thoughts with how it went? And if you're hearing anything, what are you hearing?
I would say this: you cannot take a picture with Coach Prime saying "we coming" if you ain't coming. So that's all you need to know about Bryce Underwood, right? The visit went extremely, extremely good. And you can't take a picture saying "we coming" if you ain't coming.
That's right.
That's what I'm gonna say. So when it comes back for the wide receiver that committed to Oregon, he is looking to schedule another visit for OV back to Colorado with Coach Nick. It's one of the Florida boys. He's looking to schedule another visit. There are a couple more Florida boys that are coming to USC. Boo Carter, expect to hear something here pretty soon from Boo Carter. He might be possibly decommitting from Tennessee, and if he decommits, you already know where he's coming. I've been saying this, and I've been saying this. His mom loves Coach Prime.
Yes.
She loves him.
And I saw.
What did I tell you to keep your eyes on? What game did I tell you to watch?
Well, that's why I wanted to hit on. Man, what happened? What happened with the Volunteers? I mean, I was rooting for the Volunteers to take care of it, like you were saying. But it was kind of a win-win. No matter what the result, I feel like we were going to gain momentum.
We don't lose in the situation. So guess what? It opened the door to Boo Carter. It opened up the door to Boo Carter. Hey, and here's one thing I'll tell you. Once we take care of business at Oregon, hey, I'm just saying, man. once we go and take care of business at Oregon, if you thought you seen the show last week in Boulder, you go ahead and magnify that times 5, times 10 against USC. Because guess what? The list is growing and growing and growing for USC.
Oh, yeah. Do you think Bryce Underwood do you think he'd still come back for a visit against USC?
Who?
Bryce Underwood.
There's some things in the works.
All right.
Somebody knows somebody. That's all I can say. But there are some things in the works to try to get him back on campus again this year. There's a couple more people that we're working on extremely hard behind the scenes. When we do a show next week, right? Mm-hmm. I'll give you an update on that. But there are some things that we're working on behind the scenes of some players coming to Boulder. CL3 could possibly be one of the people. Hey,
I would love it.
But we are working on some things, man. Like I said, I do know some people that know some people that know some people. So, hey, little intel about something, you never know. You never know.
Oh, man.
But I will say this. We are targeting a lot of defensive linemen right now and letting them know, hey, one stop, he's going to be here. Sal is going to be here. So, hey, you got 2 real deal defensive line coaches that is going to be a problem. So be ready on the lookout, man. It is gonna be a time, man. It's gonna be a time.
Man, it's a man, that's going to be thrilling. I mean, when we're kind of looking at this team in like a 2-year window or so, just like all that we can accomplish just while Shador is here. I mean,
Yeah.
just I I like we will not like to me, it's just getting me hyped. It's like we're not going to have any sort of weak area on this roster, given another cycle,
Yeah.
increasing, who's on the staff, having these results to go off of, especially, um, you know, uh, I mean, yeah, like you said, if we come out and beat Oregon, USC, I mean, dude, I don't even know if I can comprehend the amount, like, it's already been hard to keep track and comprehend the attention this program has gotten
Yeah.
already. I don't even know what to expect, if those sorts of things are
Yeah.
happening. I feel like ESPN and Big Noon should just end up making like a full-time facility out here, man, because you will not want to miss the show.
I'm telling you right now, Fox is already they're not leaving, they're just leaving that equipment here. Like they want every single game. They're not trying to let ESPN get anything right now. Like Fox is like, hey, Coach Prime is ours. That's our baby. We ain't leaving nothing. So what I would definitely say this, we are loading up in the class of 25. Expect us to have a top 5 class in the class of 25.
Let's go.
We are loading up for when Shador, Travis, Shiloh, when our top dogs leave in the class of 25, Ben Wells, we are going to have the dogs to replace them. And I'm talking about kids that can come in and make an immediate impact to the program. So that class of 25, expect us to have a top 5 class in that rankings. I'm telling you this right now. What we got and the people that ain't even been talked about, we got some things to we got some things. Think about it. We're gonna have the number 1 quarterback. We're possibly gonna take 2 quarterbacks out of class 25. We're possibly gonna take 2 quarterbacks out of class 25. With that being said, we're going to get two top level wide receivers. We're going to get 2 top level defensive backs. We're going to get two top level safeties. We're going to get 3 defensive linemen, 3 offensive linemen. We're going to load up in that class, and it's going to be some dogs coming.
man, I love it. And now there's another player that I want to bring up. Of course, at the tight end position right now, we've had walk on, Mikey Harrison, having some of his moments. If y'all haven't been to the NIL store for Colorado, they already got some merch, coming out with Mikey Celebration. Go support him, especially because he's paying for school out of pocket right now. But there's that other tight end that's kind of interested right now that I've seen on Twitter. Is it Travion or Tavion Galloway? Am I remembering his name correct?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on him right now?
I'm just gonna say this: he comes on an unofficial visit. On a official visit, he's committing. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
And we got the odds in our favor, man.
He could be coming on a visit here pretty soon. It's just all about the thing with the recruits right now. It's all about timing and lining up the games, right?
Yeah.
Will some of their off weeks line up? But what's played in a part to this also is the time of our football game. So with USC game being at 10 a.m., it hurts us from getting more recruits on campus. Say if we was in the 1:30 slot, we'll be able to get more recruits on campus. But being at that 10 a.m., it hurts us. But we're going to get the guys that want to really be here. It's going to take their time. So.
Yes, most definitely, man. I can't wait for it. Now, I want to give you some props too. We might be heading into this a little early, but man, Rob the Man, congratulations on 500 subscribers. Big deal, huge milestone for you. For my viewers that haven't been to Rob's channel, please hit that subscribe. He's got some really interesting shows going on. Why don't you just give us a quick little summary of kind of how you do your channel, what makes it so different, and man, why you've been able to give us some nuggets, to give us some hints of things to watch out for before we've even seen the traditional media break it.
Yes. So a little bit inside of my channel. Hey, listen, stay tuned. With my channel, I like to have a various difference on my channel, right? I have an open panel session on my channel every single day, daily time. My shows can range from an hour to 5 hours. You never know. We just get on there, we talk football. You never know who's gonna pull up to the channel. You never know who's gonna be a special guest on the channel. You just gotta tune in and find out, because every day it's always gonna be something interesting. Each day it's always gonna be a different topic. And we just talk football, right? Majority of the time it's Colorado football, but sometimes we get into NFL, we get into other college games, we get into just the landscape of football in general. Today's show, man, it was a very, very fun show. We got into some very interesting topics. You never know what we're gonna talk about, but what I would say to you, if for those who got a membership, right, I drop more nuggets than I drop on my show. I give you more things of what's to come. I give you more things on what recruits to look out for. I give you more of who's gonna come on unofficial visits. I give you injury updates, all the behind the scenes things that happen at CU that I get to get my hands on, that I find out from my sources, things like that. You get it on my channel. So everything that you want to know, the membership is available right now on the channel. Like I said, man, you will get a lot of different nuggets on the channels, a lot of things that you didn't know behind the scenes. And for me, I like to open it up to the people, right? Yeah. My show is about opening up to the people, let you voice your opinion. If you want smoke, come bring the smoke. We can talk about anything. If you from the opposite side, the team that we playing against, you want to pull up. We here to talk. We're here to have a conversation, because we like to create great dialogue on my channel and have fun. Like I said, you never know who's going to pop up the channel. You never know who's going to be a special guest. You never know what content creator is going to pull up to the show. You just got to tune in, because we just have fun on the show and we just talk football.
Man, I love it. And want to give a shout out to Miss Ryan Nicole. First off, if you're not subscribed to her, and y'all are looking for some great cooking, y'all gotta head to her channel. I just checked out her latest one last night. It was awesome. It looked delicious. But she's right. I mean, if you guys haven't been to Rob's show, and when especially, man, when old school's on there, man, it's can't miss TV. That's for sure. And I think, like, one thing again that I really respect you for, and Rob, or respect you for, Rob, is the fact that you can handle these open panels, and the ability to just direct them to conversate with you, not knowing what's coming up ahead. It's a really hard skill to master, and to see you doing that, it's just incredibly impressive. So definitely keep doing what you're doing, man. Let's get in a little bit. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I would say this. You never know how many guests I might have on at one time. It might get up to like 10 people in there at one time, and it's controlling. So sometimes, man, it's like, man, you want to get your point off. And so it's like, I gotta cut you off, but still let you go. So, man, it gets fun, man. Anybody that's joining the show, man, man, shout out to the family that's in the building. Shout out to all the members that's in the building. Appreciate everybody on David Talk Buffs that's in the building, man. We just have a good time, man. We just talk football for sure.
Man, I love it. I love it. Now let's wrap up here within the next 5 minutes or so. Of course, we got Oregon coming up on Saturday. Who are some of your players or some of your X factors, some guys that you're hoping to see step up this week? I know that you mentioned Alt McCaskill, is going to be back. Along with him, who else would you like to see step up and have their moment this week?
I'll say this before I start. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and drop that in the chat so we can answer any questions that you guys got. But back to your main question, right? Who do I see as the X factor? So you want Oregon or you want Colorado? How you want it? Because I can give you both ways.
Let's start with Colorado.
Okay, so with Colorado, just keep your eyes open. Expect to see some of them freshmen out there on the field and then make some plays. I'm telling you this right now. You might not want to believe me, but I expect Javon Antonio to be the X factor in this game. I expect Javon Antonio to go off for 100 yards this game. I expect Alton McCaskill to give us something in the running game. I expect our running game to give us a $125, right? We don't need everything, right? But give us a plus 100 yards in a running game and let Shedeur Sanders take care of everything else. Expect to see some of the freshmen out on the field. When it comes to this defense, this is what I've been waiting on, baby. Been waiting on it. Been waiting on my main man, Travis J, and began to get out there on that field, man. If you've been on my show, you know the two boys I've always been talking about is seeing them improve this defense. I expect, Juju Mitchell to come out there and have another phenomenal game, right? Plus 15 tackles out there. I expect our defensive line to control the line of scrimmage. Up the middle, expect to see more Leonard Payne, Bishop Thomas, McNeil, right? McNeil and Leonard Payne, put them two boys up the middle and let them go cause havoc.
Yes.
Let them go cause havoc, right? But overall in our secondary, I expect here's a name to look out for in our secondary. I said this on my channel. Number 17, Isaiah Hodgins. Expect something out of him this week. Expect number 31, Jonas Miller. Expect to see him a lot more. Now, opposite of Cooper, it's going to be by committee. So here's the rotation by committee. You're going to see a little bit of Travis J. You're going to see a little bit of Jonas Miller. You're going to see a little bit of Isaiah Hodgins. And you're going to see a little bit of Breedlove. All right? I'm telling you what it is. Don't be surprised now. Now, when you come back next week, you be like, hey, man, you didn't tell me about this dude. Hey, expect it. All right? You might see Roger Ward out there this week.
Good.
So right now, second team right now, defensive backs is Travis J at corner, Roger Ward, Vito. You might see Vito.
Good.
And then you got Cormani. Those are the backup defensive backs. Breedlove and Isaiah Hodgins are battling it out right now for first team. But what I will say, Carter's 80% to 20% playing this week. So
good.
Carter Stoudemire's healthy. Carter Stoudemire should get the start.
Good. Man, yeah, I'm glad that we were able to handle business, last week. It wasn't a 50-point blowout or anything, but we handled business last week. While I think having a lot of those guys that maybe would have kind of been a game time or maybe could play or could sit, I feel like we gave them that extra week off, that extra game off to get healthy, and I think we'll see a lot of reinforcements coming up here too. I'm hoping seeing Juju Mitchell, alongside, somebody like Demoy Kennedy, adding some good speed there at the linebacker position. That's something that I'm looking forward to. Yes.
I would say you're going to get your wish this week.
Well,
if it's a week where you're going to get your wish to see Demoy Kennedy and Juju Mitchell, this will be the week.
And we need that, man, because we have our biggest challenge ahead of us right now when it comes to this offense, man.
And the reason why you might see Juju Mitchell, DK, expect the spy.
Yes, good.
And who's going to be the spy with the fastest linebacker? Demoy Kennedy. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of nugget. I can't give you everything now, but just to let you know, if you don't be surprised if you see a lot of Demoy Kennedy this week, especially on third down packages as a spy linebacker, control the middle of the field.
Good. We desperately need that. I want to hit on this here real quick. Technically T. Love watching you guys from one creator to another. Keep it going. Really appreciate the kind super chat. That keeps us going here. With Rob's channel, with our channel, it means a ton. So thank you so much, and you're going to see a lot of us, together throughout the season, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. But D Real for Life, or Dr. Real for Life, asking, do you think Colorado can win? Heck yeah! When we got two behind there, we're always going to have a chance and an opportunity to win every ball game. I feel this year. I think the biggest question is, are we going to see improvement in, some of the areas that we've been trying to work on? And I think we can with a lot of guys coming back. What are your thoughts on that?
The real question is, do you believe? That's the real question. Do you believe, baby? If you don't believe, then hey, that's all I can tell you. But as long as you believe, right? I tell you, the blessing in disguise with Travis Hunter going down is that it helps Shedeur have to spread the ball around to everybody to get more people involved. So now you're going to see this offense elevate to a different level. And I've been telling you guys for weeks now, hey, you just seeing vanilla. You just seeing vanilla. You just seeing vanilla. Expect that playbook to open up this weekend. Expect the playbook to open up this weekend. And I promise you, Shedeur is going to be a machine. He's going to be operating at a high, efficient level. Expect greatness out of Shedeur. As long as you got two, anything is possible, baby.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Rob the man, again, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I apologize if we weren't able to get to your question. We'll handle it again next time. But again, for all the viewers, for all the family that's in here in the chat, let us know where we can find you and what you got coming up for the rest of this week.
So I got my so I did Oregon expectations today earlier on the show. I got another show coming on later on today. Tomorrow's show will be strictly Colorado, what I expect against Oregon. And then later this week, you know, I do my pregame, halftime, postgame show. And then Friday, we'll talk just strictly college football, right? All the big-time games. What do you want to see? Who we got our eyes on? The key games that I'm looking out for as far as when it comes to recruiting, what games to focus on, and then when they focus on our next opponent. So we're going to find out a lot of different things this week. But, man, if you have not joined the channel, man, I definitely suggest you to join, pull up. You will not be disappointed. And if you got an opinion, right? If you got an opinion and you don't believe and you got any questions that you really want to talk about, just pull up to the show because that's what we're here for. But I will be live later on today. Not sure on the time just yet, but I will be live later on today. Just pull up to the channel. You never know. Hit that notification bell. And when I go live, you gonna know, baby. You gonna know.
Man, that's right. Beautifully said. Again, thank you so much for your time, Rob. And I got a few different shows that I'll plug here really quick coming up. Talking with Bird's Eye View about his trip out here for this past weekend here at 2 p.m. Mountain. And then going to have Big Dog and Dave going on again later tonight. So Big Dog, Chico, and I are scheduling that out. But again, I will be back as always with a panel of guests for the rest of the week. Really appreciate everybody's support. This thing is just fun. This is fun. If you're not having fun, what the hell is wrong with you? Y'all just get on the train and enjoy this with the rest of us, right? So appreciate your time as always. Again, Rob, I'll see you again soon. And as always, Sko Buffs. All right.